Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Soraya. I'm so glad you're here with me today. If you're new, please subscribe. I'd love to have you join us. And in this channel, I really do a number of different ways to do art, with the fluid pour, with sponges, with just the brushes. I do it all kind of because I love art and I love to create. So however the fancy kind of strikes me at the time, that's what I do. I've used many different techniques. Now today is kind of going back to my basics. It's a fluid pour and I've mixed the paint with 2 parts Floetrol and 1 part paint and a little bit of water, like depending on the size of the container. This is an old yogurt container and I did about 1 tablespoon of water. And so you want to have the paint to have some consistency, but to also be able to flow. So when you are using your blow dryer, the paint will move and not just be stuck. So that's a tip for any beginner. And this is a commission. It's a commission for my client who's asked me to paint about 6 paintings so far. And they all are the same size and all the same colors. It's white, which is not really a color, but white, gold, and silver. And so each one I try and to create something very different because you don't want to give your client the same thing over and over. I definitely don't want that to do that. It has to be an original piece of artwork. So I play around and I think about how I want it to look. And today I was making sure that I'm spreading all of that white paint to have it covered so that when I am blow drying, it does get spread out, and I knew kind of the look that I want. That's the gold, and I do the same thing with the gold as I do with the white, as I will do also with the silver. They're all mixed the same. 2 parts Floetrol, 1 part paint, a little bit of water. And in this container, it's such a small container, it's probably less than a teaspoon of water. And once I start blow drying, I'm really taking care to make sure that I'm blowing where I want the paint and how I want it to look. So take your time, start on low. I always start on low, and I also make sure that the paint is that you don't use the hot setting on your hair dryer. It has to be cool. If you spend too much time on any section of it, you might actually form a skin, and you don't want that. So you want it to be cool and on low. Now when I turn it to high, it's because I've already kind of blown it out and I just want to spread the paint. So you can then put it on high to make the spreading of it go faster. But when you want those cells and things to start appearing, you don't want to have it skip around all over the canvas. You want it to be on low, and take your time when you're doing this. So I've been doing this quite a number of years. I started way back in about 2006, and I didn't know how to paint. I am self-taught, completely self-taught. I didn't know anything about painting, and so I tried all kinds of techniques until I found 1 or 2 or more that I really love. And so I kind of go back and forth using those techniques depending on what I want to create. With abstract art, I find that this technique gives you the most beautiful cells and patterns that you probably wouldn't be able to get just by trying to actually paint. Because you're moving the paint around, it's causing those different cells and patterns to come up with the blow dryer. So it makes such a difference with it being a hair dryer, blow dryer, however way you want to say it, compared to actually using maybe a brush. A very, very different technique. And I just love the way this turns out. Each painting is very unique. And that's what I love about this technique. If you take your time and you learn how to blow dry and point and take your time, you will get some absolutely beautiful paintings. Now on this painting, you will see that I don't change it up at all. Lots of times I will though, depending on how it turns out, I will, as I call it, enhance it. I will enhance it to change up or move or add, and I shouldn't say move, but add something that needs to add, like paint. The paint is not balanced, or it didn't have enough of a color, or it had too much of color, so you want to cover it up. Just to change it up, to give it the composition, a proper composition is what I'm trying to say. Possibilities of this really are immense. It's just incredible by adding maybe a color, how it would look. Though this is again very light colors, but if you were to add black, because this is a commission, I couldn't change the colors at all. This is the way I left it. But you could add different colors. It would be a totally different painting. And the beautiful thing about it is that I have the same exact, which is not possible, fluid pour as you do. Yours would look different than mine, just because of the way we blew it out. Your technique is a little bit different than mine, and just the way the paint is flowing, the way the paint is put down on the canvas to begin with. That's why I think this technique really is so much fun and results in such beautiful, beautiful abstracts. Okay, here it is, just done. Wow. I love it. Look at this. And once it's dry, you'll be able to see how even more beautiful this looks. Love it. I'll show you in 1 second. Come right back. Just hold on 1 second. You'll see it dry. And here it is dried. I love it. It is just so gorgeous. Look at that. It is beautiful. Look, when you're at an angle, you can see the silver and gold. Oops, going a bit too fast for you. Love the movement in this piece. Look at that. I'm not going to change a thing about this. It is beautiful to me. I absolutely love it. Look at that. The water and Floetrol does that. So beautiful. Here it is overall. Let me know in the comments what you think about this painting. Click on the link you see now to see more of my fluid pours, and up close images are coming up.